One of the things I love having about you on the show is that you can explain nerd things to me that I have questions about.
Oh, yeah.
Hence,
I used to not have much of a life.
Well, now it feels hurtful, and I didn't want it to go in that direction.
Oh, it's not hurtful. I said it about me.
It's called Two Batmans, and now I'm sad for Tim. I don't know what to think about this. I know Robert Pattinson, who was in Twilight, that's what he's famous for, but he's playing the Batman in the new upcoming Batman movie. When's that out?
Well, everything's delayed, so kind of don't know.
Okay. Now, I had heard that they were going to do some weird thing with dimensions and timelines with this Batman movie and introduce somehow Michael Keaton's Batman.
Well, as a giant nerd, I can tell you that anytime you got the Flash character involved, he runs so fast he opens up the multi-dimensions.
Look, I'm glad.
In the DC universe.
This is why I got you around, man. So you can explain things like this to me.
There's supposed to be a Flash movie coming out at some point, and he accidentally this is what he always does in every Flash story. He screws up the timeline and he messes up the dimensions where multiple versions of characters happen.
Can he create a version of DC where they don't ruin everything?
You know, they're working on that.
Why is this so hard for these guys? These comic books are so. I'm not a comic book fan, but I know Mike Akerley from Top Comics and Cherry Capital Comic Con was on a podcast, and we talked about this very thing. And he's like, essentially it's the movie studios just ruining it.
Yeah, Warner Brothers just gives them a hard time. And
well, say honestly, it'll be really telling when you see the Snyder Cut when it comes out about Justice League. That being said, what they're doing with this new Batman, we're going way off the rails here. They are. I'm reading from this tweet where DC will reportedly have, quote, 2 different film sagas involving Batman running at the same time. Yeah. One with Robert Pattinson and another with Michael Keaton. How the F is that going to work? Is it going to be a whole movie? Is it going to be a series of movies? Michael Keaton's 87 years old. How can he play Batman?
Well, it's easy. And here's how, just because I know. I read way too much of this crap.
Yeah.
Batman.
Well, apparently not, because I need the information.
There's a series called Batman Beyond in which Batman is an old guy. He's aged as an older
Similarly
Bruce Wayne.
to Logan, Old Man Logan.
Yes, exactly.
So who ripped who off in that one?
Well, I don't know. But, yes, Batman Beyond is kind of the series they're thinking that the multiverse deal will have Keaton doing, and then Robert Pattinson's Batman might be the one that, like, mixes with the Justice League and everything in this current timeline.
So weird.
I know. Quantum physics.
The lengths that they are going to like compete with Marvel is hilarious. Really.
It's just more confusing, honestly. Got these.
I haven't watched Wonder Woman yet.
I haven't watched the new one yet either. I've not heard any
it's
good
terrible,
things. Yep.
but I'll still watch it because I am in love with her.
Yeah, Gal Gadot.
HBO Max is totally a different app, by the way.
Yeah.
It's a totally different extra thing I got to buy. I thought if I had HBO on Prime, I could watch all the stuff.
You do.
You can't.
You have to download the app. That's exactly how I did it.
Seriously?
Yeah. You still have to download the app, and then if it's like, we don't recognize your HBO Max, you just have to sign up, and when you do, it's like, oh, we recognize you.
Huh.
Oh, yeah.
Huh. All right.
There you go.
We'll try that tonight.
You're missing out on, I've watched about 5 seasons of The Big Bang Theory because I'm just watching nerds, continuing with the theme.
I have not watched that since probably season 6. I don't know what season it was, but it was around season 5, 6. And I'm just like, I can't take it anymore.
Can't take it anymore?
I can't. I didn't watch the last 3 or 4 seasons, for sure.
Yeah, I think they went to 12. I never watched it new. It was just when it got to reruns and it'd be on back when I had TV.
Yeah.
Like, not like I don't have TV. I have way more TV now, but I don't have cable or satellite where it's channels.
That's the thing. I watched it when I didn't have cable. Okay? You get when you don't have cable, you get forced into watching some network television garbage, and then when you have other options, you're like, this is stupid. I'm not doing this.
I know. I remember watching, when I didn't have cable at one point, I watched a show called Chuck, which was not great, but I'm like, well, it's on. And there was this mob show about Irish mobsters. It was like on NBC for 1 season, and it was called The Black Donnellys. And I loved it. It was great, and nobody cared, and then it was canceled almost immediately.
Cared.
It was canceled immediately, and forever I went, well, that one summer I didn't have cable.
There was a show about they were superhero parents, and that smoking hot Julie Benz was in that show. It was an ABC show. Michael Chiklis was in it.
Yeah.
And I watched it. I was super stoked, and I watched like the first half of a season or something, and then they canceled it, and they ruined everything.
Went away.
Like, God. But here's the thing. Looking back on it, was it really a quality show? Was there? I bet I watched all kinds of shows now from when I used to think they were awesome, and I'm like, God, those are terrible.
Yeah, I look back now and go, maybe that wasn't so great. But
it's like old radio shows.